So this is going to be a very big video. Bioware just dropped a ton of new information about all things Anthem and also brand new gameplay showcasing Shaper Storms and then also Cataclysms. Check that out. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to talk about those and then also look at this. The Elite Dominion Fury. So it's rumored that these guys in some ways are one of the toughest enemies you could face in all of Anthem. So we're going to dive in some information about that. Plus some new looks at the, well, teases, I would say, at what is called the Heart of Rage. This is going to be our third stronghold in the game. So some information about that as well. And then some changes to Grandmaster difficulties and much more. Plus, yes, we're going to talk about customization. We're going to be looking at customization because they showed off some new gear and stuff like that. All right, so welcome back to Open World Games. Let's just dive straight into it. Let's start off with the latest news. Of course, you're probably wondering what happened to the pilot skills, Robbie, in Anthem. You know, we didn't even see them in the demo. Are those still a thing? If you don't know what they are, they're going to be acting like an under-the-hood type RPG system where you can upgrade your pilot, the speed of, you know, your reload time, maybe your armor, stuff like that, and would be universal across all your javelins. So that was the question by Trend K, who says, are pilot tree still a thing, or has this idea been scrapped? So the gist of it is this. So pilot skills are previously implemented, won't be in for launch, and this comes from Camden. Goes on to say, we largely redesigned the component system to fit that need for power increases and build defining support stats. We may revisit this system in the future. You know, I always thought to myself, it seemed like maybe the pilot skill system and trees might be underwhelming. And it seems like by this post here by Camden, that could have been the case. So he says this, I think there may be some confusion about how exactly we incorporate those into the components. The tree wasn't incorporated into components by adding those bonuses to the inscriptions, randomly rolled stats. Those always include things like the luck or pickup radius and hasn't changed. What's changed is adding base benefits to components that specialized components like gear does X percentage more damage but has Y percentage longer cooldowns. Sure, there's the possibility that you won't get the base stat component you want off the bat, but in practice, as you level up, you see a lot of not all these pretty early. Then the supplemental crafting system allows you to invest how you want into those random inscriptions while keeping whatever base stat that changes your gameplay style. Again, we are looking at whether or not we can and want to bring something similar to a skill tree back by having one that was full of stats or passives that didn't marginally impact your gameplay felt empty. So yeah, it seemed like they felt like you weren't really impacting gameplay all that much with this pilot skill tree. And it would be cool if they did return to this and you did see, you know, really big things that change up your ultimate or something like that. That would be pretty neat to see with the pilot skill tree. But I do think that it has to be more meaningful than just, you know, improving this or that in a marginal way. So yes, let's keep going here and talk about these cataclysms. So, yeah, the big difference between cataclysms and, of course, the Shaper Storms is that with the cataclysms that you are seeing right, well, this is a Shaper Storm that we saw in the demo. This is a cataclysm, which is going to be defined as a bigger storm. It's going to offer us, you know, probably bigger rewards too, and then also, you know, more enemy variants, tougher enemies, and stuff like that. Now, mentioning that, it could potentially spawn in this guy right here, I would imagine, the Elite Dominion Fury, and I cannot wait to face against these guys myself. You know, I've seen some Reddit comments and posts around the community about how these guys are actually tougher than Titans, so I am super hyped to see more from these guys for sure. So as you can see, there's still some stuff hidden away, some secrets that we have yet to see from Anthem for sure. All right, so let's keep going, shall we? So, yeah, let's talk about gameplay influences from a little game called Apex Legends. You guys may have heard of this one. It recently released out of the blue from Respawn Entertainment. It is a Battle Royale game. So, don't panic. No, Anthem is never going to be including anything like Battle Royale in the game. However, this was posted out on Reddit by RealSalt19, who says, playing Apex Legends has made me realize how sorely I was missing a ping system in Anthem. He's referring to the system where you can actually go in and, you know, mark, hey, I'm heading over this way, there's loot here, or there's enemies in this area. And basically the answer was this from Bioware, who says, we talked about this today. The work that Respawn did with this system is incredible and very intuitive. Certainly good inspiration. I can't speak to any immediate plans, but improving in-game communication to teammates in whatever form that is something we want to do. Yeah, so I would love to see this system. It helps out so much, especially if you jump in solo with randoms in Anthem. It would be great to be encouraged to team up in that way, because communication can be quick, simple, and easy, saying, hey guys, there's something cool over here, or, you know, I found, you know, a cave entrance or whatever. That would be super helpful. Now, also, let's go ahead and talk about, you know, that new Stronghold as seen right here. It's going to be called Heart of Rage. And it seems like it's going to be connected to the visuals that you see here, because when they spoke about this in the gameplay trailer that was just dropped, they called this the Heart of Rage. And it seems like we're going to be returning to this big event that basically sets up the story, it seems, for Anthem. So that's really cool to note there. Now, also, there's been some noteworthy changes to the Grandmaster difficulties as well. So let's go over there right now. So what you're looking at is Grandmaster level 1, as you could see here. It's recommending the minimum javelin rarity of Epic. Then you have, of course, you know, Masterwork recommendation for Grandmaster 2. But when we talk about legendary stuff in Grandmaster level 3, it was previously mentioned that enemy damage and health is increased by a whopping like 3,100%. It was absolutely absurd. It was ridiculous. So that appears to be reduced to 950%, and they could change that in the future and modify that. But in my opinion, I think that is very good news, because at the event, it seemed like it was just ridiculous how many shields, how much in terms of shields some of these enemies had. Of course, it encourages you to work together, which is really cool when you get up to those higher difficulties, but at the same time, it was like out of control. So it definitely felt out of control for sure, but it's good to see that they've changed that going forward. Now, also in this gameplay, they did show off, you know, some masterworks that you can craft here. This is how you can actually go in and craft your own masterwork machine gun, as you can see here, light machine gun. So it shows off the components that you will need. And you can actually get these components from finishing challenges, taking on faction, you know, missions, and all sorts of stuff, and completing strongholds. So you're going to want to grab everything, and also in free roam, you can find a lot of that stuff too. Now, let's keep going, shall we? So this is an interesting topic. So a lot of discussion has happened around having legendary gear and weapons have different visual effects, you know, explosive effects and, you know, sounds and stuff like that to really make them pop, make them worth the while. So this was the post by, let's see what his name is, I can't really read it, Ben Wolf, something like that, but really good stuff here. He mentions that he would love to see a particle effect or even solid representation of the legendary item placed on your javelin at the gear slot it belongs to. Sure, too many flashy effects could visually overload your outfit, but then again, what about a suitable glow, subtle glow, or a visually striking plug-in? Gear slots already have, let's see, gear slots already have defined localization on your suit, so take advantage of this. And he gives some really cool suggestions on how you can really make those legendary items pop with, you know, particle effects and audio changes as well. Now, the response to this was from Bioware, who says this. So this is something that we talked about a lot, and it's certainly an important aspect to these type of games. One thing we did get to do some of, but nearly as much as we wanted, but not nearly as much as we wanted. I see what he's trying to say, though. Was unique visual effects and audio for the Masterwork gear. Some of the have unique models or color variants. We also do have the gun colors and meshes for Masterworks that you mentioned. That being said, we do want to spice these up if we can. So it seems like they really want to add more to these. I think especially for the ultimates, I think you should be able to unlock like better versions of your ultimates going forward. That sure would be nice for Anthem. That's something that I was kind of honestly expecting out of the gates, but yeah, it would be cool if they continued updating your ultimates for sure with different effects. Not like silly effects like firework sounds or something like that for your, you know, Ranger Ultimate. That would be pretty ridiculous. Just something that makes it look even cooler. Also, this was a comment from Ben Irving of Bioware who says this: "We have been upfront about this for a long time. We will not have text chat at launch. If we have news to share on this topic, we will absolutely share it." Yeah, so that's something that I noticed immediately when playing the demos and stuff, that was missing. You know, it's not, I don't know if you guys use that often on consoles. It's mostly a PC type thing, but it's super important. You know, if you're in a group that's not using microphones. And it would be nice to see. As long as you could press H to hide it all, that sure would be nice. Just in case, of course. But between text chat and then also having some sort of waypoint ping system like we saw in Apex Legends, those things would go a long way for opening up communication with randoms going forward. Alright, so that's the latest happenings around Anthem. Check out that description down below to see the gameplay that they showcased in this brand new gameplay documentary, I guess you would call it, dedicated to all things in-game. But guys, thank you so much for watching and for all the love and support on the recent videos. For real, I seriously appreciate it. You know, recently hit 500,000 subscribers here on Open World Games. My mind is blown. Never really imagined that at all. I just started this channel as a hobby, to be honest with you guys, because, you know, I love open world games, a sense of exploring, and it seems like I'm not the only one. So yeah, look forward to more about Anthem and more open world gaming goodness. As you guys know, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for news about Borderlands 3 and Cyberpunk 2077. Believe you me, those games are going to be on my radar, and I think they should be on yours too. But thanks guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.